this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder the Capital One bank guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also talk about how most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One, N.A., member FDIC.
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you?
Welcome to Stuff You Should Know from HowStuffWorks.com. Hi, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Josh Clark, a staff writer here at HowStuffWorks.com. With me are two of my favorite editors, Chris Paulette and Candace Gibson. How are you guys today?
Doing all right.
Candace, what about you? That was a yawn from Candace, and actually I strangely feel like yawning right now, which reminds me of an article I wrote once. It's called, Does Contagious Yawning Mean You're Nice? Are you guys familiar with this?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to think that something we don't know much about, like yawning, could actually be passed on because you see somebody yawn and you have an empathetic feeling toward that person.
Yeah, it is kind of amazing. Candace?
Yeah, and not only is yawning a strange phenomenon, empathy is pretty strange too, depending on how it's expressed. And empathy, just to bring you up to speed, is just essentially the way that you're relating to another person that shows that you're trying to experience the feelings that they're experiencing, be them, positive or negative. Empathy just shows that you're in tune with what the other person's doing.
You can identify with them. You can put yourself in their shoes.
In a nutshell. Perfect nutshell.
That's pretty much the link that people, researchers have concluded that we yawn contagiously, or we're susceptible to contagious yawning because we feel empathy. But that's pretty much where the solid explanations go. And Candace is actually yawning.
I'm still yawning. Yeah. I can't get over it. I'm just that nice. But I did want to tell you guys a little bit about yawning and some of the theories that are floating around out there about it. It doesn't just mean you're, sleepy, bored, all the above.
That's true. It could be a number of things. Some researchers have even gone so far as to suggest that it could be a little bit like your teeth, or your dog's teeth when he or she is baring their teeth to show anger, or they're being defensive. They're saying maybe you are doing this subliminal response that you are going
don't mess with me.
Yeah, don't mess with me, exactly. Yeah. And, people have even said that they can yawn at their dog and their dog will yawn back. So maybe it's something there to that theory.
So have they found in studies that people yawn when their dogs bare their teeth at them?
I didn't see anything suggesting that, to be honest with you, but it is interesting to note. I mean, I think you were saying earlier that it may actually be linked to a fight or flight response. And that, when you put it that way, that it's not so strange.
Sure. We were talking about the African savanna, the fight or flight response, you mean?
Right.
Well, yeah, there's a theory that contagious yawning, since you yawn maybe to make yourself more alert, which would be helpful when you feel fear.
Yeah, because it carries blood to your brain.
Right. Now,
so it kicks on that alert.
Exactly. And if you feel fear, say, because a lion's approaching, and you yawn in response, through empathy, a fellow member of your species could pick up that yawn and pass it along, and before you know it, there's no one there for the lion to eat because they've all skedaddled.
They got out of there, out of Dodge.
Another theory has to do with the eyes as cues. Have you guys heard about this?
The eyes have it. Actually, a researcher that I read about did a study to try and, since yawning is contagious, he wanted to try and find a yawn that would get everybody. And the best he could do was about 55%. People who, when he'd cover up the mouth, the eyes still made people yawn because he assumed that it was the big, wide-open mouth and the stretch that made people want to yawn. But when he covered up the eyes and just showed the mouth by itself, he got a slightly less response. And he never could find a yawn that was the perfect storm yawn that would always make people yawn. So it seems like it's the eyes or
I buy into that because it's not like the parts of your face don't work in conjunction with each other. When I smile, my eyes crinkle, or, when I sneeze, my nose scrunches up. Everything sort of works in conjunction with each other. So I totally buy that. And another theory I buy is that people yawn because their bodies aren't getting enough oxygen. And that's a quick way to gulp a whole lot of air right in. It's just open your mouth as wide as it can go and get it inside. And if others see you doing this, they might take a cue that their environment isn't supplying them with enough oxygen either. So they yawn just when you do.
Apparently, the fact that the eyes serve as a cue for contagious yawning, it's supported by a study of autistics or people with autism that they showed slides of people yawning, but they were shown just the mouths. And apparently, people with autism get their cues from people's eyes, and they had no reaction to it whatsoever. Which is interesting.
Yeah, which is interesting. And we know, just sort of general science, that people with autism have a little bit less of an understanding of people's verbal or nonverbal cues. And so it's interesting that they didn't get both parts working in conjunction to have an empathetic response, but that they just responded to the eyes.
Well, it's going to require more study, and if you're interested in studying this for yourself, we suggest that you start with Does Contagious Yawning Mean You're Nice? That's available on HowStuffWorks.com.
And we're all going to go take naps. Amen.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com. Let us know what you think. Send an email to podcast@HowStuffWorks.com.
Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you?
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. Coldwater Creek's authenticity is embodied in every piece, embracing its confident spirit that carries through to today. Discover Coldwater Creek clothing, designed to fit your life the way you want. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Live CBS Sunday. Hollywood's biggest party is now bigger than ever.
Perfect. No notes.
The Golden Globes, with more stars, more glamour, more chaos, and more host Nikki Glazer.
We're gonna laugh at the celebrities that can take it and completely ignore the ones who can't. I'm just kidding. They're not safe either.
The Golden Globes, live CBS Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and streaming on Paramount+.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.